Well, hello. It's Catherine with Catherine's Low Income Prepping slash Survival. This is number 16. While watching this, please like and subscribe. That would help the analytics and would allow me to get the video out to more people. Believe it or not, they don't show this up for all kinds of people. It's just people that happen to stumble across it. I found out I have 3 subscribers. I had 1 and then 2, and now I have 3. So I sure appreciate those 3 people. I love you all, and I love anyone who would like to like and subscribe. Okay. The other thing is, if you want to put some information in, send me a comment. Let me know how you feel about something and going on in the world. Something about my Seattle Seahawks rug over here, my dream catchers, my do not tread on me flag. Just let me know. Oh, there's my dog over there too, by the way. That's Bucky the Wonder Dog. Right now, I wonder if he's asleep. So, anyhow, and Tamara, my partner, is upstairs. So, I consider myself a survivalist, not a prepper. I believe that you need to take care of yourself no matter what. You can prep for things, but your preps can be wiped out in a heartbeat. You got to be willing to do what's necessary to survive. So, the other day, I got paid. I get my Social Security. And so I went out to the store and I did some shopping. So let's talk about that right now for a moment. So I picked up these aluminum stakes, and I got 8 of them. I think I might need 4 more. I'm not sure. But this is what I picked them up for, because they're much stronger than the wire stakes that come with these things. This is a 4-person tent. It's a dome tent. And it actually has a little pocket in there that's waterproof for your cell phone or tablet. It has a port for electricity. And it's one of those that don't have the sleeves. You got to slide the fiberglass poles through. It actually hooks up and you clip your inner tent to it. And then you got the rain fly that goes over the top. And so there's a couple of guy wires. I don't know if there's 3 or 4. But there's the 4 corners you got to stake out. So that's why I bought those aluminum stakes. So, like I said, I got a bunch of them. I might have to get 4 more, because one of the things I like to do when I camp, if I use a tent, like if I backpack or something, I like to carry a 9x12 tarp. I put it over the top of the tent, maybe even a bigger one, to keep the rain off, because the tents are famous for leaking. I'm going to have to get some seam sealant and some spray for it, waterproofing spray. Excuse me. I also picked up this flashlight. It's a Rayovac flashlight. And it's got a USB cord here. I don't know if you can see that. And it's chargeable. And so I'm hoping it's aluminum. So it should be a little stronger than the plastic ones. I try to go with things as cheap as possible, but flashlights are important to me. I like to be able to see if it gets dark, or if you got to walk to the privy if you go camping. I live in Georgia, so we have the Appalachian Trail. I've hiked on that, and they get those privies out back, and I like to see if the bear's on the trail as I'm walking down it. It'd be really good. So I don't want to run into Yogi. I have in the past, and they leave you alone. They're pretty good. You're not really who and what they're looking for. They really want to look for stuff that's easier for them to catch and easier for them to eat. They like the berries. In fact, that was one, and I came right up onto the bears by accident. I walked by 2 bears that were eating berries on berry bushes. They didn't pay me any attention. They just looked at me and then went back to eating the berries. I walked really far around them and went on down the hill on the trail. So anyhow, I also picked up some of these things. They're stainless steel with silicone tips so you don't burn your mouth. They come with a brush to clean them out. Can't beat that. I like using it because I get gas if I just drink out of the bottle. The straw gives me less of a problem. And, everyone's saying you got to do for the environment, so here I'm being for the environment. There you go. And I also picked up a little file set. I actually have a model train that's O gauge. It's Lionel. And I built a little scenery things, and I'm always having to fit track in that are tight and stuff. Sometimes I built a bridge, and I got to file the ends of the track. I just trimmed them with a cutter, but this will allow me to straighten up everything, make it square, and make it fit more smoothly when I raise, because my bridge is a drawbridge and it goes up and down. Okay, there you go. And the last two things I got is I got some for my shotgun. I got a box of shotgun shells. Nothing super fancy, just for birds, medium game. I intend to get my license here in the state of Georgia to my lifetime license for both fishing and hunting, so I don't have to buy a new one every year. And it's lifetime, so it will come and I'll be able to just keep it. Okay, now I also bought a 380. I used to use a 357 for personal protection. As you know, Georgia is a constitutional carry state. Exercise your right. It's the Second Amendment of the United States Bill of Rights and Constitution. We have the right to keep and bear arms. I know there's people out there who don't like guns, and I respect you. If you don't like them, don't buy them. I always say, if you don't like guns, don't own one. If you don't like something on TV, don't watch it. That's how you can, if you don't like something, vote. And we live in a democratic society, even though it's a republic. The United States is actually a republic. That's one of the reasons why when you're doing the Pledge of Allegiance, it says for the republic for which it stands. And but it's run as a democracy. So everyone gets to vote. Don't complain about stuff. Just go out and vote. Okay, now let's talk about a couple of other things. Today, cat food. Cat food went way up. And on top of that, so did dog food. But there was hardly any cat food. There was probably 6 bags of cat food, maybe 8, and 4 of them were the cheap stuff, and our cat doesn't like that. We have a cat and a dog. Like I said, there's Bucky sleeping over there on the bed. He doesn't, he likes small food. So I was able to get some pedigree food for him, but I paid more for that than I have ever paid for dog food for my dogs. That was expensive, but it wasn't really bad. It was $27. Usually his food's around $22, $24. The cat food, though, was astronomical. I ended up getting really good quality cat food, and it just shocked me. I mean, I've been used to getting 35 pounds. I was only able to find a 22-pound bag. That was the biggest bag I could find. There was probably, like I said, 8 bags in the whole store. There was a lot of canned food. That's the one thing that was good. And a lot of those little packages that you can tear open. So I guess if you had to, you could buy them. Of course, that would be even more expensive. We give our cat canned cat food once in a while. But it cost about $39 for 22 pounds. Usually, I don't pay more than $25 to around $27 for the food for her. I don't buy really cheap food. I don't buy really super expensive food because sometimes you pay for the name. So it's kind of like, if you want a Harley Davidson, you're going to pay thousands upon thousands of dollars more. And it's great. It's supposed to be made in America. And, that's fantastic. And I love them. I used to ride a motorcycle. But sometimes you can buy a cheaper other model a motorcycle if you just need it for transportation, and that's the main reason you're getting it. Okay, so always remember, you don't have to buy the cheapest. Lots of people revel in buying the cheap, and some people revel in buying the most expensive. I believe if you can go down the middle, That's the good way to do it. Okay. So then let's talk about eggs. Eggs are way expensive. They're just way too much. We need over break people out there. Whoever's setting these prices. The other thing is all food's going up. There's more and more higher prices. The eggs I'm buying here in Georgia in the section I'm in, they're $7.30 for 18, and that's the cheap eggs. It's not free range. It's not organic. If you go into those, you're looking at a super expensive price. You know, just can't afford that. You know, and living in an apartment like we do, we can't afford, we can't have chickens. So I wish we could, but they don't want us to have those kind of things around here. So hopefully one day when we get moved out of here into our own place, we'll be able to get chickens. So, you know, we got a pickup truck. I went and got the oil changed. That price went up, but they gave me a discount. And then they mailed me a coupon for another discount of 15% the next time. I don't drive very much, and so I really don't need to go get an oil change all that often. And the truck's a good truck. It runs. It stays going. I haven't really had to fix much on it. Battery, sending unit for the water. I couldn't understand, but it would start heating up, but now it's fixed. It does have an oil pressure sending unit that seems to be a little malfunctioning. It does have oil pressure. That was checked, and everything was fine. It's just that the sending unit itself, sooner or later, I'm going to have to replace that. And it's going to cost about $160 to $180 from what they're telling me. I'm not looking forward to that because we do live on a fixed income. We're both on Social Security, so which makes it tough. And like I said last time, I think I made a video or the time before, I mentioned that they cut our food stamps down. So while electricity is going up, by the way, $90 for our last bill. And this time I think it's going to be around 84 if things kind of mellow out a little bit for the temperature. We're hoping maybe we can get energy assistance. When we move and we get ourselves a place, it's going to be off-grid. So we'll have a wood stove. So we'll have wood on the property that we buy and what we cut for the driveway and what we cut for a big open area for the trailer to go and then the cabin to be built. We'll have wood from that for a while. And, you know, yes, we'll have to buy wood. And we're also going to have a gas stove. Hopefully they don't outlaw those by then, or the wood stove. But we won't have to pay electricity, but we will be doing solar. So there you go. So for the next year, over the next 10 months that are left, 11 counting this month, I'm going to be buying odds and ends I need to supply our survival stuff and more food, of course. I'm going to convert some of the cans of food because I've been buying cheap cans of food. We've got a decent amount of food for survival. I'm going to be buying, and have been buying, some freeze-dried food. But it's really expensive. And I've also bought some of those Augustin Farm buckets, as I've said before. And that type of stuff, it says 10 years, 20 years on the buckets, or 25 years. The freeze-dried food says 25 years. Most of it's good till 2050. So we're doing good. Anyhow, the time's ticking down. So I want to say I appreciate all of you. Please like and subscribe. I definitely could use some more subscribers. That helps with the analytics and gets me out to even more people. For some reason, depending on the people who watch and like and subscribe, even if you don't like, tell me so. Tell me about what you want to talk about. Tell me some of your ideas and we can discuss them. I'll read them on the site. I'll always respond to your comments. Okay, well, you all take care and make sure you keep on prepping. And remember, you are the resistance.